Hi there, business owner. Do you want a better understanding of business finance, what your numbers actually mean, and stories of the highs and lows of business, where I'll be sharing my tips and tricks every week? Then you're in the right place. Welcome to the 3Bs podcast with Stephanie. Hi there, welcome back to another episode of the 3Bs podcast. We're on episode 13. I've actually been doing this for an entire quarter of a year. So I just wanted to take a second to say thank you so much for your support, for posting on social media about the podcast, for sharing it with your business owner friends. It really does mean the world to me. So thank you so much for your support. I can't believe we're at the end of quarter 2 already of the year. I don't know where the year has gone. I don't know if you feel the same. Let me know. But let's get into this week's episode. Now, this week I wanted to cover KPIs and goals and give you some actionable steps that you can include in your quarter end routine from this moment on to help you have more clarity in your business's status. The majority of business owners I've spoken to in the past couple of weeks are all struggling and feeling some resistance right now. And this is for a number of different reasons. For me, ABCS UK is going through an evolution, a next step if you will, which happens to all businesses, and I'm a creature of habit. So as a business owner and as a person, that pivot is causing me some resistance. I wanted you to know that you're not alone if you're having a little wobble right now or you're in a little dip on the roller coaster of entrepreneurial life. If you do need someone to talk to, someone who gets it, who's a fellow business owner, my inbox is always open. I'll post a link to my LinkedIn page in the show notes. If you'd like to get in touch, please do. Also, as a mum, I'm very aware that the school holidays for us are only a few weeks away, and juggling my workload with 2 children to entertain, feed and keep alive is always a little more stressful than is the rest of the school year. To ease the pressure, at ABCS UK, we don't do any client meetings in August. The work still gets completed, but by not having any meetings in the diary, it gives me some more flexibility to work outside of my normal working hours. The clients still get the exceptional service that they've come to know and love from us, while still making memories with my children and spending time with my family. Have you thought about how you could adapt your routine in August to make it easier to juggle the summer holidays with your fabulous businesses? Let me know. So here we are, halfway through the year. Again, how has that happened? I just can't get my head around it. And it's the end of quarter 2. Now is the perfect time to review and update your KPIs or key performance indicators. If you don't know what they are, go back to my earlier episodes because I covered KPIs in an earlier episode. And also review your goals and tweak them if necessary. If you set goals after listening to episode 1 of this podcast when it was released back on the 5th of April, you will now have 13 weeks of real-time data that you can look over and see what's working and what is not. Have you hit any goals you set for yourself or for your business? If so, shout about them on social media and tag me in them so I can cheer you on too. If you haven't, don't be too hard on yourself. Look to see how close you are and what one small change can you make to get close to that goal in the next quarter. It wouldn't be an episode of the 3Bs podcast without me giving you my tip of the week. I love to give you something actionable that you can take away and implement immediately, and you can almost immediately see the difference it makes in your business. So my tip of the week this week is to use your accounting software, whichever one you already use, to produce and review your financial statements. Now you should put this in your calendar to do it each month, but if that's too frequent, start with once a quarter. The financial statements could include sales totals, profit and loss statements, or cash flow reports. By carefully examining and, more importantly, understanding the data within these financial documents, we can identify patterns, trends, and areas of concern within our businesses. It is important, however, to look beyond the numbers and seek meaningful insights and data that will help you make informed decisions moving forward. This could include reviewing your customer complaints log, reviewing the accident book, or even productivity levels to see where you can make improvements or need to make changes within your business. Knowledge is power, and I truly believe the more data you have on your business that you know how to interpret and act upon, the more likely you are to succeed. Now is also a really great time to not only review the previous quarter, but to make a plan for the next. Once you've amended your goals, map out your business strategy. And remember, strategy is just another way of saying make a plan. And there's no one-size-fits-all rule as to how many or what type of strategies you should have in your business. As a general rule of thumb, however, I suggest adding a strategy review into these 3 areas into your quarter-end review process. Marketing. This can include things like your social media strategy, what platforms you're going to post on, what content you're going to post and when, and also PR that you may be going for in the next 3 months. Then there's sales. This goes hand in hand with marketing. In fact, I often think of sales as the final step of the marketing process. What are you going to sell in the next 3 months? Do you have a new product that you're about to launch? Are you introducing a new service? Maybe you've reviewed your numbers and need to stop selling a particular product or service because it's no longer profitable. And finally, systems and processes. Make a plan on what processes need revision in your business. Implementing new systems and processes can increase efficiency, productivity, and ultimately profitability. There's always a system or process that can be improved from what is currently existing in the business. So make a plan on what you'd like to change in the next 3 months. And finally, reward yourself for successfully completing another quarter of business ownership. It's no mean feat, so please do treat yourself to a nice coffee, a glass of wine, or something else to recognise your achievement. If you have any questions or need help interpreting your data, please do get in touch and I'll do my best to support you. You can find me on Facebook and Instagram at ABCS UK, on LinkedIn as Stephanie Marshall, MICB, PMDIP, ICPA. The link is in the show notes. Or by emailing info@abcsuk.co.uk. And that brings us to the end of another week of the 3Bs podcast with Stephanie. Thank you so much for listening. I'd really appreciate it if you could like, subscribe, rate and review this podcast wherever you are listening to it, so that I can reach more business owners and help them build better businesses. See you next week for the next episode.